Raymond, please keep that thought as we move to our next story. Tragically, drone footage has shown excavators digging rows of fresh graves in Minab, Iran, as workers prepared burial sites for victims of the girls' school attack. The aerial footage showed multiple excavators working across the gravesite in Hormozgan province, with workers using shovels inside the newly dug graves. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that US forces would not deliberately target a school, after Iranian state media reported over 160 were killed in a strike on a girls' school on the first day of the US and Israeli attacks on Iran. The reported strike took place on a girls' elementary school in the town of Minab in southern Iran. The incident has been condemned by the UN Culture and Education Agency, UNESCO, and Nobel Peace Prize winning education activist Malala Yousafzai. Deliberately attacking an educational institution or hospital or any other civilian structure is a war crime under international humanitarian law. Now, joining us again, we have retired Major General Dr. Rajan Kochhar, a senior strategic and international affairs expert in New Delhi. Just quickly, Dr. Rajan, have we seen a breakdown in the norms of human rights in conflict? Over the last couple of years in Gaza, we've seen multiple instances of the breaking of international and humanitarian law. Has the world changed where this has now become acceptable?
Definitely. I think it's a very, very sad what you have actually narrated, because it's a very unfortunate girls' school, and you were such innocent, I believe, from class 4 to class 7. And it was all blood all over, and more than 170, 180 school children have been slaughtered. I think it is the worst thing which can happen as far as humanity is concerned, because you are fighting a war between two armies. Why are you targeting these your innocent children? I think in Gaza also we saw a similar kind of an action taking place on the innocent children, women. We actually saw these hospitals also being targeted in other areas, and more than 70,000 civilians have been killed in the war at the pretext of going after the Hamas. So I think, yes, you are absolutely right. There is a need for introspection of this entire world, how we carry out our affairs, how we decide outcomes. And it's very, very sad. I would like to offer my condolences to those children and their families and their parents. It's very unfortunate.
Completely agree with you there, Dr. Rajan. Very tragic. Now, as we move on to our next story, Greece's shipping minister, Vasilis Kirkilias,